You're 7 the first time you put on Irish dance shoes. Not the soft ones yet, just the black leather ones with the buckles and the hard soles that press into your feet like they're trying to mold them into something new. They're stiff, unfamiliar, and they make your heels ache after just a few minutes. But then you hear it, the sharp, clear sound of the taps hitting the wooden floor. That sound cuts through the room like electricity, and something inside you shifts. You don't have words for it yet. All you know is that it makes your chest thump a little faster. It makes you want to move. Your mom signs you up for classes because you won't stop dancing in the kitchen, spinning around in socks until you slide into the cabinets. You think you're just playing, but your teacher sees something else. She watches you during warm-ups, then again when you try a few skips, and afterward she pulls your parents aside. She tells them, she has it. You don't know what it is. You just know you want to come back. It starts as twice a week, then 3 times, then 5. You beg to go to class. You try to copy the older girls, even when your legs don't move like theirs. You fall a lot. You get up more. Your first pair of shoes get scuffed to pieces. You outgrow them before the leather softens. Your feet blister, bleed, then toughen up. You learn how to tape your toes without flinching. You learn how to stretch your legs against the wall for turnout and hold it until your muscles burn. The steps are hard. You love that they're hard. You keep dancing. Other kids have sleepovers. They trade stickers, go to school dances, spend weekends watching movies and eating pizza. You have Faisiana, early mornings in cold hotel lobbies, pinning numbers to your chest with shaking fingers, praying your wig doesn't shift before you hit the stage. You sit on the carpet in warm-up areas, surrounded by girls with perfectly curled hair and dresses that sparkle under the fluorescent lights. Some of them look like dolls. You don't care about the glitter. You're here to win. Your first solo dress is second-hand. It doesn't shine like the new ones. It doesn't matter. You wear it like armor. You step onto the stage with your heart pounding, stomach tight, legs ready to explode into movement. When the music starts, it feels like something ancient and electric takes over. It's not perfect. You miss a beat, but you don't stop. You qualify for your first major. You think it'll feel magical, but it feels like pressure. You train harder, hours in the studio after school, drill sets until your lungs ache. You fall asleep stretching in front of the TV. You learn how to pop Advil without water. You can tape your own ankles in the dark. You study your videos frame by frame, count your lifts, check your arms, analyze your posture like a scientist. You don't see yourself anymore, just your mistakes. You chase perfection like it owes you something. You train 6 days a week now, sometimes 7. Your teacher pushes you, but not as hard as you push yourself. Your calendar fills with competitions. Your grades start to slip. You miss your cousin's birthday party because you have a private lesson. You tell yourself it's worth it. You start seeing other dancers as threats. You don't mean to. It just happens. Every time someone new jumps higher, moves faster, scores better, you feel it like a warning. You tell yourself to focus. You tell yourself this is what it takes. You tell yourself the stage is the only place you truly belong, and somewhere along the way, you believe it. It starts with a twinge, not pain exactly, more like something off. Something your body isn't saying out loud yet. A pull behind your knee, a tightness in your arch, a sharpness in your hip that lingers long after class ends. You stretch more. You ice it. You convince yourself it's normal. Pain is part of it. That's what everyone says. Then it gets louder. You're halfway through a hornpipe when your leg just gives out. 1 second you're in the rhythm, pounding out beats with power and precision. The next you're on the floor, breath knocked out of your lungs. It's quiet. People rush over. You try to stand and can't. They call it an overuse injury. Maybe a stress reaction, maybe a tear. You nod like you understand, but you don't. You only understand what you're missing. You watch the other dancers keep training. You sit on the studio floor while they drill full runs. Your legs twitch with jealousy. Rehab becomes your new routine. Physical therapy twice a week, resistance bands, ice baths, boring, quiet work. There's no music, no applause, no stage, just the ache of your body refusing to heal fast enough. You scroll through videos of dancers you used to beat. Now they're placing at majors. You try to be happy for them. You fail. You go back too soon. You fake being pain-free because you can't stand being left behind. You tape everything. Ankles, knees, hips, pride. You land a jump and feel a sharp pop shoot through your leg. You don't tell anyone. You just keep going. You bomb your next competition. You know before the results come. Your rhythm is off. Your landings are shaky. Your face is tight with pain. The judges don't need to say anything. You already know. You didn't look like someone chasing the podium. You looked like someone holding on. The worst part isn't the injury. It's the silence that follows. The texts stop. The DMs slow. You feel invisible, replaceable, forgotten. You used to be someone to watch. Now you're someone people used to talk about, and you don't know who you are without it. You stop marking the days by competitions. There's no calendar filled with Faisiana anymore. No countdown to the next major. Your shoes sit in the corner of your room, laces coiled like sleeping snakes. You haven't worn them in weeks, maybe months. You tell people you're just taking a break. You don't say the word quit. Not yet. You still go to class sometimes. You stretch. You drill light steps. You tell yourself you're just keeping the rhythm alive. But it's not the same. You watch the others leap and spin and float across the floor with the kind of fire you used to have. Now it just makes your chest tighten. You feel like a ghost in a studio where you once ruled. The hardest part isn't the pain. It's the empty space where the obsession used to be. The thing that used to wake you up in the morning, that used to drive your entire life. It's fading. You go to school. You come home. You eat dinner. You're normal. And it's unbearable. You think maybe you'll come back. You keep the shoes. You stretch sometimes out of habit. You replay old videos and whisper corrections under your breath. Your brain still knows the steps. Your body doesn't follow. People stop asking what's next. They've moved on. You haven't. You see younger dancers posting medals, traveling to worlds, celebrating personal bests. You used to be them. Now you're not sure who you are. You don't remember your last competition until weeks later. It wasn't special. Just another number pinned to your chest, another stage, another small ballroom filled with parents and nerves. You danced. You didn't place. You packed your things and left. You didn't know it was the end. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Quiet, ordinary. Years later, you're standing in a dance studio again, but this time you're not the one wearing the number. You're the one behind the mirror, arms crossed, watching a group of kids bounce through drills you could do in your sleep. Your voice is steady, your eyes are sharp, you see things they don't even realize matter, shoulders too tight, lifts too soft, focus drifting in the middle of a set. You don't miss competing, not exactly, but sometimes, when the music swells, you feel your legs twitch like they remember. You still dream about it some nights. Not the trophies, not the scores, the movement, the feeling of the floor responding to you, the heartbeat of the rhythm in your feet. The kids ask you what it takes to win. You pause. You think about the hours, the pressure, the fear, the pain. You think about the medals collecting dust in some forgotten box, about the birthdays you missed, about the nights you cried when no one was watching. You smile. You say, you have to love it, really love it, even when it doesn't love you back. You see yourself in them sometimes, in their wild hunger, their refusal to settle. You teach them clean technique, sharp rhythm, posture, poise. But more than that, you teach them to enjoy it, to breathe, to laugh between sets, to find something in dance that isn't just about winning. They call you coach. Some call you legend. You just shake your head because the stage took everything, but it also gave you something, a voice, a lesson, a legacy. And if you had to do it all again, you would. Sometimes you catch your reflection in the studio mirror and see a version of yourself that still aches for one more dance, one more chance. But then, a student nails a step you taught them, and their face lights up like you used to. That's enough. That's more than enough. You didn't become the world champion. You didn't end up on the podium every time, but you mattered. Your rhythm lives on in their feet, your voice in their heads when the music starts. You gave everything, and somehow you're still giving. That's the real win. That's the lasting dance.